right, well, today I wanted to talk about 10 signs that a woman is attracted to you. Being able to see when a woman is attracted to you is something every guy should have. It's pretty obvious, and it's mainly looking at her body language, the way she talks to you, and her actions. When you're able to tell if a woman is attracted to you, you're able to decide who you have a chance with and who you don't. That will help you decide what women you want to date and help you avoid a lot of rejection and frustration. Number 1, when a girl plays with her hair. This is a pretty strong telltale sign that a girl is attracted to you. Women will play with their hair or twirl their hair while they're talking to you, and this is done on a very subconscious level. In a way, they're trying to showcase their beauty by showing that they have healthy hair, and this is done mainly when they find a certain guy attractive. Subconsciously, they could be making sure that their hair looks good and is not messed up while they're talking to you, as they could be a little nervous. They want to, show their best foot forward. This isn't always the case, but when a girl plays with her hair, it's usually a pretty good sign. Number 2, she laughs at your jokes even when they're not funny. There's a lot of reasons why this happens, but the biggest reason is that she finds you attractive and genuinely is enjoying what you're saying. She may find your jokes more funny because she finds you attractive and just enjoys being in your presence overall. By laughing at your jokes, she's doing her part to get you to like her in return, as you typically like people who like you and your sense of humor. You could be making the corniest dad jokes in the world, but most of the time, if she's really attracted to you, she'll just find them very funny. Definitely told my fair share of really corny dad jokes to girls on dates, and the ones that were really attracted to me almost always laughed. Number 3, she'll find excuses to touch you. This could be touching your arm while she's talking to you, touching your chest, pushing you playfully. If you're sitting down on the couch, she may start to comment on your hairstyle and touch your hair and start playing with it. You get the gist, but she does this to show interest and get closer to you by breaking the touch barrier. Recently, I was hanging out with a girl at her apartment, and we were talking on the couch, and she started playing with my hair and saying that she wonders what I would look like if I brushed my hair back. Other times it can be a girl touching your face or pushing your face when you say something funny or when you tease her. All in all, when girls find excuses to touch you, this is a very strong sign that they're attracted to you. You think about it, if a girl isn't physically attracted to you, she definitely won't be touching you and will not want to be in your personal space. If a girl finds you physically repulsive or just kind of she will absolutely not be finding ways to touch you. Number 4, she gives you extended eye contact. Bottom line is, when a girl is attracted to you, she's going to be locked into the conversation and will be giving you very extended eye contact, and her pupils will dilate as well. When you're talking, she'll be dialed into what you're saying and just overall have a very enthusiastic look in her eyes, like she's interested in every word you say. In her eyes, it'll be like you're the only guy in the room, and she won't be distracted by anything going on in the environment or looking at her phone. Obviously, there's obviously nuance to that, but she extends her eye contact longer because visually she likes what she sees, she likes what she hears, and wants to gaze at you and wants to listen to every word you're saying. And this can be on a date when you're talking to her at the bar or really anywhere. If she's really attracted to you, she'll give you that extended eye contact. Number 5, she leans in to talk to you. This kind of goes hand in hand with her giving you extended eye contact. But when a girl is attracted to you, she's going to lean forward because she wants to be able to hear you better, and she also wants to get closer to you. When you're sitting down at a table, she'll be leaned over slightly or fully while you both are talking, and it'll be like she's on the edge of her seat while you talk. If you guys are standing up, she'll lean forward and get closer to you and just kind of get closer in your space. And there are exceptions to this, like if you're in a crowded, loud bar and a girl leans in to try and hear you, she might not be attracted to you. She just might not be able to hear what you were saying over the loud music, and she may have wanted to clarify something you said. So it doesn't always mean that she's into you, but if she's continually leaning into you, then that's probably a good sign. Number 6, she gives you repeated smiles at the bar or on the dance floor. This one is pretty obvious. You could be standing at the bar waiting for a drink, and a girl across the bar is repeatedly smiling at you. That's a pretty good sign that she's attracted to you, especially in a bar environment where most girls will not be giving out those signs of interest to just anyone. Bar or club environment is very loud, it's very packed. There's a lot of alcohol flowing. A lot of girls have their guards up. A lot of girls are in groups and they're kind of like closed in. Bottom line is, a woman isn't going to smile repeatedly at a guy that they're not attracted to pretty much ever. And also, if you're on the dance floor and a girl is smiling at you repeatedly, it's a pretty strong sign that she finds you attractive and wants you to give you the green light to come over and talk to her. Women on the dance floor can be very closed off to guys that they aren't attracted to. So when a girl smiles at you on the dance floor multiple times, it's a pretty surefire sign. It's a pretty surefire sign in the vast majority of cases that she's into you. The times where I've gotten this sign is almost never led me astray. I can say when I was overweight and balding, I never once got this sign or really any of these signs. But once I improved my appearance, this is a sign that I would get fairly often. This is also a sign that most guys won't get very often. When it does happen, it's usually pretty reliable and it's usually pretty surefire. Number 7. This is another obvious one, but she calls you handsome. When a girl calls you handsome, cute, sexy, good looking, it's usually a very strong sign of interest in the vast majority of cases. Unless it's your aunt, your grandmother, your mom, or a girlfriend of a friend, then in those cases you can take it with a grain of salt. But you got to remember that girls aren't telling just every guy that they're handsome to be nice. It's almost always a clear-cut sign of interest. And women are much more subtle when it comes to showing indicators of interest. So for a woman to say that you're handsome, it's definitely a pretty reliable sign that she fancies you, especially if it's followed up with, like flirting, witty banter, or her wanting to meet up with you in some way. Number 8. She draws attention to her lips and other sensitive areas like her neck. So when a woman is attracted to you, she will accentuate her lips by kind of puckering them out while you're talking, as well as biting them from my experience. She'll also look directly at your lips when she's looking up at you or when there is a quieter moment or break in conversation. It's kind of her way of subconsciously saying, hey, look at my lips, and kind of expressing her beauty in that way. And also when she exposes her neck by tilting her head up or to the side, this is also a subconscious sign that she is attracted to you, as the neck is a very sexual area, especially during foreplay and sex. And when she's looking at your lips when there is a break in conversation, it's kind of her way of subtly saying that she wants to kiss you and hoping that you will take the hint and initiate it. Number 9, she moves into your space multiple times. This sign is very nuanced, and there are many different scenarios that this can happen in. Let's just say that you're on the dance floor at a bar or club, and a girl continually starts coming close to you and starts dancing around you. If it happens once, it's not really a sign, but you move a few feet over in each direction, and she keeps coming into your space, and especially if she's continually glancing at you, this is a pretty strong sign that she's into you. Another example that's not as reliable would be at the gym. So if you're constantly seeing the girl working out in the same area as you are, let's just say you were using the squat rack and then she's using the squat rack right next to you, and then 20 minutes later you walk over to a different part of the gym floor and voila, she's now working out at a station directly next to you. That can be a pretty strong sign that she's attracted to you, but at the same time, it could also be just a complete coincidence. And there could be also times where she keeps coming into your space on the dance floor, but it's also a coincidence as well. So this one can be a strong sign, but it can also be, not be as well. If you happen to be going to the gym multiple days in a row and this girl is always working out next to you, that's probably a good sign. Number 10. This one also seems pretty obvious as well, but if the woman initiates the conversation with you, this is a pretty surefire sign that she's attracted to you. Anytime I've had a girl reach out to me and initiate conversation, whether that was through Instagram or approaching me in a bar or club, every once in a while, it was almost always a sign of strong attraction. You got to remember and keep in mind that most women aren't going to make the first move on a guy. So when they do actually initiate conversation or reach out to you, first online or in person, they're usually very strongly attracted to you. Most women are raised, especially here in the US, and I think, really anywhere, raised in a way where they expect the guy to make the first move. And a lot of women just won't go against that grain and make the first move with you unless they're really, really attracted to you. This won't happen very often, even if you are a pretty attractive guy. That's why it's considered a really surefire sign of the girl being very interested. I really think for a girl to go against the grain and societal norms of approaching a man first, she has to be very, very attracted to your look. An exception would be Bumble, where the girl may be mildly attracted to a guy she matches with. Where Bumble is designed for the girl to message the guy first. But if a girl messages first on, say, Tinder or Hinge or, Raya, this is definitely a case where it's, a stronger sign of attraction overall. And I'd like to just reiterate that there are many nuances to all these 10 signs that I've covered here, and none of them are 100% surefire signs in every single case. But I believe that these 10 are strong signs that a woman is attracted to you, and I hope this helps you going forward. If you've enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like, feel free to comment down below, and feel free to subscribe. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, take care.